It's the last day of Women's Month. And I don't know if this month isn't really celebrated like it's supposed to be, but maybe they have these little things that go on. But it's not like it's Black History Month. You know, I've seen Women's Month here, celebrating Women's Month here, whatever. What's up, Free? But however it's celebrated, I'm not really here to celebrate anything right now. I want to shed some more light on Tamika Mallory and her slinging Cadillacs for women. I mean, it's just amazing how she has been elevated on the backs and blood of Black men. She was taken through activism by a Black father. I heard many a times they said she got really active after her son's father was murdered. But she's made now an international advertisement stating that it's all about women. It's all about women. Just foregoing any type of recognition for men. Not just Black men, but men. I don't know how you do that. I'm not sure exactly how that is. What's going on, Brother Caldwell? I cannot complain. I cannot complain. How are you and your family doing? Hopefully y'all getting through the pandemic the best way you can. So, with Tamika's ignorance and her ignoring Black men in this Cadillac advertisement, and I know a lot of people are going to say, well, she couldn't dictate this, and she... Bullshit. Cadillac went and got her for a reason. So her involvement in the creating of the advertisement, they could have gave her carte blanche. But see, I'm not just looking at Tamika sideways on this. I'm looking at a few other people sideways on this. I already told you, this wasn't the first thing that Cadillac did with the audacity of Black people. You know, they had the audacity of Blackness, and Spike Lee was in that, and Regina King was in that. Hell, Killer Mike did the voiceover for it. And I've been looking at Michael Render a little bit differently lately. Killer Mike really ain't Killer Mike no more. I don't even know if Killer Mike is like assaulting Mike. I don't even know if he's accosting Mike. Killer Mike doing some different shit. And he was down there in Alabama, you know, and I get what they trying to do for those people down in Alabama. But I think in the long run, I think they all gonna lose their jobs. I'm not against union. I came up in a union household. But I am against doing shit that is not logical. And Jeff Bezos, or whoever the fuck is running Amazon now, they can shut that shit down. Because that ain't nothing but a building. It ain't Amazon. It's a fucking building. And what they have to be careful with when they do shit like this is to make sure that Amazon don't come in one day and say, we're going to fold up this tent and move this bitch 4 counties over. And when we move it 4 counties over, we know won't none of these troublemaking niggas be able to come over there talking that union shit. Or we can say, we setting up shop here. But if y'all get to talking that union shit, we up out this bitch too. See, Amazon got that kind of money. Amazon is the pimp. Only person that can open and close whenever they feel like it is a pimp. And Amazon is a pimp. They can shut down shop and set up wherever the fuck they want to because they're Amazon. No other company can do that right now. You seeing every business, major business close during this pandemic, and then you seen Amazon stock go up. Amazon can do what the fuck they want to do. And this whole union thing, I mean, here's the thing. The union thing is to get them civil rights. They're already paid pretty well from what I hear. It's not about compensation. They're trying to get some civil rights in Amazon. Okay. All I know is when a company that's that big and they're all over the place, as long as they don't go into another territory where they've already got a facility, they can shut that shit down. They want to quiet some shit up real quick, shut it down and set it up somewhere else. Not too far away, not too out of pocket, but just far enough to where a lot of these public transportation people, a lot of these Uber and Lyft people, a lot of these people that ain't really able to get to that next spot, send it over there. And they know who's where. They know that. They got all your personal information. And Amazon facilities, most people aren't driving 50, 75 miles to go to jobs at Amazon. You're getting something in close proximity, it pays good, hours might be fucked up, and work conditions are bad. But, you know, you take the good with the bad, right? So, Killer Mike was a part of the audacity of Blackness. Now you've got Tamika Mallory with the audacity of black women. But ain't nobody saying nothing about black men yet. Why is that? Even Killer Mike, he could have said the audacity of black men. He could be like, how come we don't make this about black men? And you got me, you got Spike Lee, you got, you know, how did he get to Blackness and then we go to black women? See, this is the season of Kamala Harris. You know, they wanted to up Kamala Harris, first black woman. When's the last time you heard Kamala Harris say black woman? She say people of color. She says woman of color. But I've heard her call out Southeast Asian more than I've heard her call out black. But she's the first, right? Nah, she ain't the first. She ain't the first to neglect y'all. Barack was the first. And I don't think I'll ever say this at any given point. Barack's blacker than Kamala. How's that sound? That's an oxymoron. Barack being blacker than anybody. So with Tamika out here slinging Cadillacs in an audacious fashion, she done fucked up the civil rights game. She done fucked it all up. She done fucked up the activism game. Fucked it up. Now, people think when they're doing civil rights, eventually it's going to end with a bag. It's going to end with a bag. It didn't end with a bag for all the civil rights icons. Now, I'm not saying that was right either, because I don't think any of them should have died broke. Malcolm shouldn't have died broke. Martin shouldn't have died broke. I don't know if Medgar was broke. Fred didn't have no bread. But all of them that died in the 60s and the 70s, they died broke. Because they didn't go for the bag. They turned down the bag. Because they knew the bag would marginalize them. They knew the bag would compromise them. And it wasn't going to be enough money to lift us up collectively, so they bypassed the bag. I think Tamika should have bypassed the Cadillac bag. How come Tamika ain't out here fighting for reparations with us? How come ain't nobody putting pressure on her to talk about reparations? We know she got started in activism 25 years ago. You don't ever hear her talk about reparations for chattel slavery. You don't ever hear her talk about reparations for systemic oppression. You don't never hear her talk about nothing for the collective. But when it was time for her to get that personal bag, she got it. Tamika got that bag on a personal tip. But she didn't get it for the collective tip, and she's not asking for it on the collective tip. I mean, there's nothing wrong with making money. Absolutely nothing wrong. But that's not what you sign up for when you get involved into activism. It's about collective uplift. And if the collective isn't benefiting, because every black man and black woman ain't gonna get a Cadillac or even have the desire to get a Cadillac. What is it really doing for us to have a black person slinging Cadillacs? What does that do? That doesn't do anything for us. I don't get that, man. You know, and it is where we are. So what I really want to look at, it's damaging. It's so damaging. And I'm sure I'll come back to Tamika in a second, because my thoughts they're coming and going with Tamika right now. But what's really at the forefront of my mind is this unholy spirit. Little devil. Little Lucifer. Little Nas. Little Nas. Little Nas is unholy. He's unholy. And he don't care about none of these kids out here. Black kids, white kids. He don't care about none of them. It don't matter. He's looking to infect his poison into any child he can. He said it. I wouldn't even be speaking on this if he hadn't have said it. He don't give a fuck about these kids. They sent this motherfucker around the planet to every elementary school they could get him to do his sideways cowboy boot wearing ass walk, dance, whatever the fuck he was doing. And now look at where we are. Look at where we are. That was the setup song. And to this day, I still haven't heard that song. I've heard the chorus or maybe a couple of the verses or whatever. Whatever he calls is what he does. And that's it. This new song, haven't heard it. The new video, haven't heard it. I don't listen to that shit. It's not good music. It's not good material. And if it's not good music, good material, why do I need to infect my ears with it? That's why I'm so big into teaching my grandkids about real music. That's why I love the fact that they like musical instruments and they're getting into real. I just don't want to get them a drum machine. I just don't want to get them a synthesizer. I want them to see real percussions, real guitars, real piano. I want them to see where the music comes from before they digitize it and put it into a little fucking box. That means something. The process means something. It was the process that made the machine, not the machine that made the process. And see, a lot of people don't get that because a lot of motherfuckers can't cook with a skillet. A lot of motherfuckers only can cook in the microwave. A lot of motherfuckers can't cook in a skillet. They can bake and they can broil, but they can't cook in a skillet. It takes some good attention to cook in a skillet. It takes the right temperature to cook in a skillet. It takes the right oil or water or whatever you cooking with to cook in a skillet. But it don't take shit to do that in the microwave. Put that shit in the microwave, put a cover on it, let it do what it do. Stir in 3 minutes. Let's go. Bake, broil, all that shit. You ain't, that's not you. That's the oven doing all that. You just got to check on it. But when you can't cook by feel, it's just like playing an instrument, and you can't play by feel, you can only play because you just play. That's not real musicianship. It's like Lil Nas's music ain't real rap music. It's today's rap music, but it ain't real rap music. He said that damaging shit. I don't want it to be wrong. Oh, I thought today was the last day of the month. Thanks, Free. Yeah. I thought today was the last day. So tomorrow's the last day of the month. So we got one more day in the month. Hey, man, I don't know how many. I don't even really believe it even matters how many days are in these fucking months. I don't think it matters no more. But I appreciate the correction on that. But this damaging shit that he said, I just felt like to know that he has that little care about these young kids who revere him. It's a sad state of affairs to have young children look at a shallow individual this way. He's shallow. I literally sang a song about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself. So he comes out as a so-called musician promoting a record. And I don't know the lyrics to the song. And maybe I'll look that up. But he purposely knew he was using coded language that kids wouldn't pick up on or understand maybe. So he puts it out there. He's talking in coded language about illegal beverage usage, narcotic, and adultery. And he puts it in a coded language I guess he rhymes in the song. He's a rapper, so they rhyme. So he rhymes and it catches on like wildfire. He knows this song has the lyrics that it has. Yeah, this been two of the worst calendars out. We only in the third month of this year, and it's already it's just fucked up. But Free, we black people, and we figure this shit out. It don't matter what day it is, what month it is, how cold it is, how hot it is. It don't matter. We figure this shit out. And we would figure out a whole lot more if we fucking galvanized and stuck together versus trying to be out here. You over here, and you over here, and you over here. We all gonna do our thing and get nothing. How about we get together, get collected, present a united front? We ain't always gotta agree on shit, but if we got one common goal, like white supremacy. White supremacy has one common goal. That's to oppress anybody that's not white. That's a hell of a game plan. Laser beam focused. Oppress who ain't white. What if black people got together and said, look, we want our collective. Everybody that's right with us, we want our collective to win. If you ain't right, then we're not gonna root for you. You can go on over there because you're a tool of white supremacy. If you ain't with us, you're a tool for white supremacy. For him to have said that, and this brother Joyner Lucas, I guess, has been in his ass. Not literally. He said, bruh, you literally won and accepted See, that's the thing. He didn't have to accept the award. See, I dig into it. Y'all know him about the words. Lil Nas can't help who votes for him on an award show. But if it's the Kids' Choice Awards show, the Kids' Choice Awards show, the Kids' Choice Awards show, and they nominate you for a song that you wrote about drinking lean and having relations outside of your relationship, for him, he's gay, so he would be sleeping with another man outside of the man he called his man. He finds that to be okay to put on a record and promote to kids. So be it. But they nominated you for an award. You should have declined the award. You should not have accepted that award. One, your song is not a kid's song. They made it into a kid's song. You know, that old nursery rhyme type ass shit he had going, little sing-songy shit. They made it into a kid's song. So I have never watched the video, never heard the song, but now I'm about to look at the lyrics. Because the motherfucker said he wrote the song about lean and adultery. What's it called? Old Town Road? Old Town Road. This is crazy shit. Old Town Road lyrics. Okay, that's the chorus. I got the horses in the back. Horse's tack is attached. His hat is matte black. Got the boots that black to match. Riding on a horse high. You can whip your Porsche. Did he say Porsche? Because horse high, I don't know. I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off the porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, whatever. Riding on a tractor. Lean in my bladder. Riding on a tractor. Lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. Nigga, you ain't got no hurt. What's wrong with you? My life is a movie. Bull riding and boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci. Wrangler. Okay. That was the lyrics of that song? Really? That's the whole song's lyrics? He won all them fucking awards for that shit? Seriously. That's what he won? All them Grammys and shit? American Music Awards? Kids' Choice Awards? Because that's what we're talking about right now. I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. I don't give a fuck about the AMAs. But the Kids' Choice Awards, he won. He was the man. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheating on my baby. You can go and he says ask her, but I already know it's not her. I'm not sure exactly why he keeps saying that. See, maybe he hadn't jumped all the way in yet. Maybe he would have ran with it. Because I was waiting for them to prop him up with a fake girlfriend. You know, generally they prop these guys up with fake girlfriends if they don't really think that they're going to be able to captivate the gay audience. But LGBTQ is at the highest of its heights right now with Black Lives Matter, that being for trans. Tamika Mallory, shit, she's fucking with trans. You know, LGBTQ all through Biden's administration. They're on a height right now. They're on a real height. So he ran with that. The record company ran with that. And, you know, we start seeing all the pink, all the whatever. But nobody was paying attention to his verse number 2. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask him. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. You see, none of that shit. The fact that he actually said lean in the song and nobody said anything, lean in my bladder, that means he drank it. That means he drank the lean. And nobody said nothing about this. Cheating on my baby. People sing about cheating all the time. I am not going to rail him for that. He's the one that said, yeah, I talked about adultery. I talked about drinking lean. I get it. The lean part, so that means you have millions. This song is popular. Millions of people who have children who are saying, riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder, and they don't know what the fuck it is. They don't know it's a narcotic, a liquid narcotic. See, that's how they can pull the wool over your eyes. It's just better for my grandkids to learn real music, so when they hear shit like this, they won't even want to listen to it. It's not that I have to teach them not to listen to Little Nas records. They won't want to listen to it. One thing I know about Kai she don't like a lot of early Motown. You know, a lot of early Motown had that pretty much basic side, had the Motown sound. Kai don't really like Motown. You know who Kai really likes? Kai like that 70s and 80s funk, dance, quick beat shit. The Time, Daz Band Can Function, Lakeside. She likes all that. She likes that shit. Prince. She like them fast. She don't like a lot of slow songs. She likes the fast stuff. The fast stuff gets her moving. I'm really just starting to get a likeness to Caleb's musical appetite. He had liked Bruno Mars back when Bruno was really up there with It's What I Like or whatever that song was. He really liked that a couple years back. But other than that, we don't really see each other enough to get into music. But now, when he starts staying with me a little bit more, I want to start putting some more music in it because he got a guitar. And I want him to learn that. But I also want him to learn percussions. He loves percussions. He just got to learn real music. You know, so I don't ever have to be put in a position where like, man, don't be listening to that shit. I want to put them in a position where they're going to be like, I don't want to hear that shit. That's what I want. I want my grandkids not to have to hear bullshit and be like, oh, they like it because the other kids like it. No, they'll be like, that ain't no real music. That ain't no real music. Shit, back in my day, I brought a Stevie Wonder album to show and tell. I brought songs of the Key of Life to show and tell at Burns Park. And I got people to this day that say that record changed their life. Changed the way they thought about music altogether. Sure did. So, thinking about Lil Nas, thinking about Tamika Mallory, they in it for the bag. I can't knock a motherfucker for being in it for the bag. I can't knock a motherfucker for trying to do for his family. But when you get into this for other reasons, Tamika Mallory is supposed to get into this for the uplift of oppressed people. I know she went that whole feminism way, and I'm not worried about that. She was working for Nan. She grew up in Nan. Her mama and daddy helped start Nan. Now she looking at black people and be like, y'all niggas ain't getting Nan. And then Lil Nas, he didn't get into music just to make money. He got into music because He like music. He's a musician, right? Ain't that why you do music? You don't do music to make money. When you just do music to make money, you're generally not that good, or you don't have that great of a career. Now, when you get in it because you love it and that's the only thing you do, and that you would do it for free, then you would think more about things like this. He's literally said, I don't give a fuck about children and what they like. You let your kids listen to that shit, it's your fault. He's not taking any responsibility for the lyrics and the beats and the lap dancing and the lace fronts and the hair weaves that he has and he does, but it's the parents' fault. I started this shit out by calling him what he is, and he's unholy. Lil Nas is unholy. Do y'all know what unholy is? See, when I say unholy, and when most motherfuckers say unholy, it's two different unholies. A lot of people say unholy, they think it got something to do with the church. I got unholy in here. Hold on. I was looking at unholy. Hold on. Unholy. Didn't I have unholy? There we go. So, holy. Holy. Exalted or worthy of complete devotion, as one perfect in goodness and righteousness. Devoted entirely to the work of the deity. Having a divine quality, venerated as or as is if sacred. We're talking about not only, it's not about just purity, but we're talking about a good person, a righteous person. Can you say Lil Nas is good and righteous if he wrote lyrics purposely about adultery and drinking a liquid narcotic and promoted it to kids? Can you say he is good and righteous? Can you say that Tamika Mallory rose up in civil activism on the brutality and the murder of black men and black women, chose to go to the way of the feminist, and then got kicked down? Because see, once they kicked her down, she had to come back to black people. She wanted to be out there with the feminists, with the white feminists. Nah, 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 nah. Your hair too kinky, Tamika. I know you got that press, but your shit's still too kinky. Can I touch your hair? So, with Tamika being where she was with the feminists, she had to come back to black people. So what had to happen was some black people had to die so she could get out there on the protest trail, get the mic, and get the spitting. Because that's what she did. As soon as Reverend Al gave her the mic and she got the spitting, y'all got the swallowing. I've admitted my guilt. I said I thought she was strong before. Thought she was for the people. Absolutely. I've admitted my guilt. I am not totally, no. I have fault in this. I upped her. But when I saw her doing all the circuits, and I saw the makeup getting a little tighter, I should have said something then. Because now I feel like a Johnny-come-lately, and I ain't no Johnny-come-lately. I should have said something then when I saw her appearance changing, when I saw her polishing her shit up. She was getting ready for her cameo. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Demi. God don't like ugly, that's why he wouldn't let me say it. Good day today, man. 70 degrees, it said. I still got a hoodie and sweats and shit on. Not that I don't need to. Shit. I need to sweat. I need to perspire. So I got 2 days to get it all together. One way or the other. The regimen changes May 1st. And then gradually get everything in perspective. Because that's going to have to go longer than 30 days. I'm just giving myself 30 days of build-up, good workouts. It's got to happen, man. I'm like 35, 38 pounds heavier than I should be. And I don't like the way my hoodie's fitting. And I'm probably not going to like the way my summer shirt's fitting. So I don't like that. Even though I don't wear jerseys, I want to get to a point where I can wear a jersey without my belly poking out, without my belly looking like I'm 5-6 months. It's going to happen. Shut the hell up, Frida. I know it's 80 degrees down there in the shade. We'll take it. Because it's about to be 45 and shit, I think, tomorrow. Either tomorrow or the next day. It's like 70 today, and we'll have gloves on and shit before the end of the week. They already said it. So, I'm just not seeing how we can move forward with Tamika Mallory. And Lil Nas, I think Lil Nas is for the streets, y'all. We need to give Lil Nas away. He's for the streets. He's for the streets. He's not for us. He's not for the collective. And he's going to find that those damaging statements basically... Oh, speaking of damaging statements, okay. And then I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this. I know y'all be thinking like, he be talking this way, but he ain't really about that. Okay. I found this. What did he do? So Lil Nas got into a Twitter fight with a young Caucasian lady. And she asked him some questions, and he didn't like her asking those questions. So he came back with some really, really raucous shit. I didn't like it. I don't think he needs to be there with people, man, but he wants to be. He wants to be that guy. And she goes to Kent State. She goes to Kent State. And it says Kent State gun girl wrecked by Lil Nas after tweeting racist diss. What she said wasn't racist. What she said was actually correct. Much like Mayor Beth in Ypsilanti. What Mayor Beth said wasn't racist, it was corrected. Slanted, yes, not racist. So, they keep talking about this pearl clutching. What's up with the pearl clutching? I saw pearl clutching on something else, and pearl clutching, you guys been clutching. What is that about? I don't get it. So anyways, this girl named Caitlin Bennett, better known as Kent State Gun Girl, got into a little beef with Lil Nas. So they got into it. Where the fuck is the thing at? Oh, okay. I fucked up. It's one of these. Hold on a second. It's one of these you gotta open it all the way. I'm trying not to. Yeah. I'm trying not to see all that other bullshit. Okay. So. It's week like these that I'm thankful to be blocked by Lil Nas X. I still see your tweets, shitty pants. I don't know what that's about. Do you still see your dad? So this is where everybody was upset about, because she asked him, did he see his father? She's basically saying that he needs to have a man. He needs to have a man in his life. And if he doesn't have a man in his life, then he should get one. He should get a real thorough dude, not someone that he wants to have sex with, because I'm about to get to that, to talk to him about how damaging some of the things that he's doing out here. Nobody gives a fuck about who he's fucking. Black people gave up on all that dumb shit way longer than anybody thinks. Everybody thinks that we're off on Lil Nas because he's gay. Lil Nas ain't the first gay rapper, and he won't be the last. The fact that he wants to put it out there, that's on him. Nobody needs to know who you fucking and sucking. But if that's what you gonna do, that's what you gonna do. So she said, do you still see your dad? And he said, yep, and I might fuck yours. See, what type of predatory spirit says something like that? That's a predatory spirit. You sound like you're trying to assault someone who doesn't consensually want to have sex with you. Yep, and I might fuck yours. You're supposed to be a platinum selling recording artist. You're supposed to be a role model to millions of children because you came to their elementary school and you sang about drinking lean and adultery. So you should be owning up to that. But I guess not. Because when a white girl, and Caitlyn is white, she ain't trying to do the wigger thing. She white. And where he's getting his up is off these likes and follows. Said he got 335,000 likes and thousands of responses applauding the savagery. What is savage about saying you're going to sexually abuse someone's father? What's savage about that? Your father didn't say he wanted to have sex with Lil Nas, so you're just going to do it whether he wants to do it or not? And you're good with that? I guess this comes right after drinking lean. You get a little violent, get a little predatory after you drink some lean. You think after getting ethered on Twitter, for all the world to see, she would simply log off for the night. But that's not how right-wing personalities bring in the dough. So Caitlyn Bennett she dusted off herself, stretched, and proceeded to do some breathtaking mental gymnastics with her next tweet. Lil Nas just threatened to rape my dad. Sounds about what I expect. I mean, she's just going on his words. You know, I'm not sure exactly where she lied there. But other people have chimed in. I haven't seen a whole lot of people fucking with Lil Nas in this song, though, because she's all in that satanic shit. And I know motherfuckers, I mean, hell, I'm not all into the organized religion shit, but don't come bringing Lucifer to my door, motherfucker. You're going to bring Lucifer to my door, you are not going to bring him through my speakers. What'd you say, Black Coffee? You say he catching, he ain't pitching? Amen. I don't know what that young boy is doing. He still is a boy, right? He is a boy. I saw him some ads. He had some titties. It's just really damaging. Because like I said, who you with? Who you with ain't got nothing to do with me and nobody else. Not passing judgment on who you with, who you want to be with. Who you love and who you want to be fucking. I'm just saying, you can't market that shit to kids and not expect somebody to have kickback about it. I mean, you literally said you wrote the shit, and it's not your fault you promoted it to kids. It's not your fault you accepted a Kids' Choice Award. It's the parents' fault that they let the kids. And, you know, hey, you have no responsibility. You have no culpability to it. Okay. That'd be like Richard Pryor accepted a fucking Kids' Choice Award from one of his albums in the 70s. He wouldn't have accepted that shit. Like, this shit ain't for kids. Who letting their kids listen to this shit? Crazy shit, man. A lot of people out here without masks on, man. Sitting in like a shopping center, parking lot and shit. It's a lot of people out here without masks on. How long they say that shit can linger? I know there's only a couple people in here with us free. You know, free, how long can the shit linger in the air? Because I wear my shit. I make sure my shit's on, but... Ooh, and just went and got gas. And people out all these gas pumps without no gloves on. Y'all saw when I sent that picture out of that girl with her hand in the crack of her ass. Dead in the crack of her ass. The deep cut. And she at the gas pump. And she put her hand in the crack of her ass and then put her hand on that pump. You taking all that mud home. You got duck butter all in your fingertips. It's a bad little Audi. New motherfucker, too. Cadillacs, drinking lean. I knew one day life would bring me to this point. But just talking about Cadillacs and drinking lean. What'd you say, Val? According to Dr. Fauci, the particles of COVID-19 could stay in the air for as long as from multiple seconds to, a few minutes, even longer. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep my shit up. My shit's up before I get out the car, and it's up until I get in the car with my door closed. I know this air in here is good. I don't know what the fuck's going on out there. But I tell you, that new Kia truck is actually kind of sexy. That Kia truck is actually kind of sexy. It looks like the Cadillac truck. The Kia bite off Cadillac, the way they used to bite off the Ford vehicles. And they doing them all color coordinated. If a motherfucker's green, the motherfucker got green wheels. If it's black, got black wheels. Silver got silver. Shit's kind of dope. They still got that 100,000 mile warranty on them. That's how they took over the market, that 100,000 mile warranty. Wasn't the quality of the cars, motherfuckers. I already know. The way you closed the Kia and the way you closed the Ford, GM, and Chrysler back then, it wasn't the same quality. But they got in the marketplace until they got better, until they got sturdier. Now they up there now. Their quality's up there. lot of money with Kia. Whew. So yeah, that Kia Telluride, yes, nice looking truck, nice looking vehicle. I ain't gonna hate on the motherfucker because it's a foreign car. And if they make that shit better than we can make ours, and hell, that motherfucker might be made in Tennessee. I don't know. A lot of Kia vehicles are made in Tennessee now. Your ass probably got one, don't you? You got a Telluride? Is that the way you pronounce it, Telluride? I ain't never even heard nobody say the name of it. Yeah, man. Oh, it's 420. I might as well do this. Motherfuckers say, oh, you can't say 420 when you smoking hemp. That ain't weed. It is weed. It just doesn't get you high. Motherfucker can't say he full if he eat a hamburger and ain't got no meat in it. Whatever. Telluride. Yeah, I like that shit. I don't go stroke no salesman either. But I might just go out to Bruce's store and just throw me some keys to a Telluride, man. It ain't got to be the top of the line. Just throw me the keys to one. And just take it for a ride and shit. Or tell them to give me one for a couple hours. Uh-oh, what Tiffany Haddish done? So yeah, man. Lil Nas beefing with people, talking about sexually assaulting people's daddies. He don't care that he writes about lean and adultery and promotes it to kids. It's just an overall bad influence right now for youngins. And I've seen, clips. I haven't seen any action of it. Actually, there was some action on one of the podcasts I was watching, but they didn't play the sound of him giving Lucifer the lap dance with his pink cornrows all the way down his back. And I don't know if that's a lap dance or if he's actually, him and Lucifer actually getting with it. Because he looks like he's taking it. Yeah, he looked like he's taking it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, Frank. I don't buy new cars though. That motherfucker gotta have a couple years on it. Let somebody else take that initial hit for the price. Yeah, I don't do no new. Oh boy, it's a white one. That's pretty nice. It was just the green when it went through. That's how I saw the green with the green wheels. That's a white one. Kia killing them. Kia killing them. If he better not win no awards with this goddamn song. People better be wise to the game now. And like I said, people ain't fucking with this song because he doing that Satan shit. He doing that Satan shit. People don't fuck with that 666 like that. It's gonna fuck him up a little bit. You see Nike sued his ass. Nike was like, don't be associating us with that motherfucking satanic shit. We're not with that bullshit. Nike said, stop selling them shoes in their name. They sold them out in minutes, $1,800 a pair. Nike said, no, we're not going to do this. Put the dogs on him. Nike sues Lil Nas X, period. Here you go. Handle that. Get that to your lawyer. Yeah, man. Not good. Free, should I talk about King Randall yet? Should I I told you about that, right? Did I tell you about the latest findings on him? She said, man, one way to break back. Hey, man. I didn't like the way it looked like he had his legs hiked up sitting on Lutheran's lap. He didn't look like he was doing a lap dance. He looked like, yeah. That looked like happy endings to me. For him and Lucifer. Oh, no, I can't. That's gonna make this video too long. But King Randall, let's just say King Randall is connected. It's a goddamn shame, boy. Black people get duped into saying some shit. And I had only seen him on the Roland Show. And then I seen him on Dr. Boyce and seen him on a couple tweets. And it was usually the still tweets. It wasn't even like on Twitter. I don't follow him or anything like that. And I was like, who is this youngin' like talking like he's got the world by the balls and he's gonna walk him down slow? 21 years old, he's talking all kind of crazy shit. Yeah, he's connected. Yes, he is. I got friends in low places. He's got friends in high places. Yes. But maybe I'll do something like that on later. Maybe I'll bring King Randall up. Because a lot of people don't know who King Randall is. A lot of people don't know who King Randall is and who he says he is and what he says he's been doing. But now that I know how he's connected, I know how he's doing it. Yeah, King Randall damn near running like a halfway house. A group home. Yeah, but they painted that other picture with it. And the only reason I'm fucking with him is because he put up that he was a descendant of slavery. But he said black people need to stop begging. Hold up. I had to get my Nate dog on it. Hold up. Yeah, he said black people need to stop begging and do for self. I did it. I'm 21. I'm like, this motherfucker did all this shit by himself at 21. Somebody helped him. Somebody did some things with him. Said he did it all by himself. It's all good. I'm good with it. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we might just have to have a little open class session with Lil Randall because I know you've reached out to him and I don't think he'll take the interview. He'll probably look at my shit and be like, oh, hell no. This motherfucker gonna ask me some questions about some real shit. I'm not gonna bring him on there just to elevate him. I'm gonna let him state his business and then I'm gonna get to asking some things. And if he can't ask, I'm not gonna get sassy like Roland. I'm not gonna teabag him like boys. But I'm gonna ask questions, and when I ask the questions, I'm gonna expect answers. You know, anybody I brought on, when I ask them questions, they answer. You've never heard me, Free. You've never heard me ask somebody a question, and they said, I can't answer that. Or can you rephrase that? You can't use that kind of word or wording. None of my questions have ever been out of pocket. As out of pocket as I am, I always figure out a way to get a question answered by my guest. These motherfuckers out here got fucked up captions on their posts, asking fucked up questions to their guests. They fucking it for people like me. You're gonna make it difficult for me to book guests. But then again, most of these motherfuckers just interviewing motherfuckers that I've already interviewed before. So it don't even matter. I'm good with it. It ain't like I'm the only one that's supposed to interview people. But I love to see a motherfucker interview somebody after I interview them and then listen to that interview and be like, why'd y'all do that? What y'all do that for? Y'all could have just listened to our shit and learned some shit. I didn't need to hear that shit and get dumber. You know, I'll throw shade. Unless it's a little bit too bright in places. And sometimes it gets a little bright, so sometimes you got to put a little shade on it. Yes, you do. All right, well, I spent most of this 70-degree day inside. Amazon playing games with a brother. They're playing games with a brother. I had some shit supposed to come in today, and it ain't got there. I don't like that at all. I don't like that shit at all. Like the dude at Belly. I don't like that shit at all. I don't like that shit. So, I think we pretty much got our mind made up on Lil Nas. Tamika Mallory is going to be a more difficult decision for people. Because she did start out trying to do some good. She just saw that bag. That bag is so imposing. And I bet she got a new Escalade and everything out of it, you know? You know, Cadillac, you do an endorsement with you, they're going to at least give you a car. That's part of your deal. Okay. She could have said, you know what? Instead of giving me this $130,000 Escalade ESV Platinum Edition, how about some 15-passenger vans for this? How about, you know, hey, she could have did anything, man. They don't give a fuck. They're just trying to make her happy so she does the commercial so she can help them sling some Cadillacs. And Cadillac's got the Sprinter vans. They got some really nice ones. Could have customized them out, 15-passenger, wheelchair access, all that shit. And she could have been helping out folks. Help getting them from place to place. They could have just been going across country talking about these are the Cadillac vans, picking people up to go to marches and polling stations and, you know, food banks and whatever. Yeah, ain't nobody. There was a girl behind me probably about a half hour ago. Short sleeve shirt. I mean, 70 degrees is warm. But goddamn it, it ain't warm enough for you to be out here and nothing. They gonna be up here sneezing and shit next week. It will. What'd you say there? They have, nigga. They are. And she was just out, just, you know. And she didn't have a mask on, talking into somebody in a car. And I don't know if they had a mask on or not. Nothing on your arm, nothing on your face. Nothing inside your fucking head, you dumb bitch. I'm gonna get on up out of here. I gotta go watch some more shit. Because I'm a black man. And that's what I do. Appreciate you, Free. Black Coffee, good seeing you. Thank you for your input. And anybody else out there that need a little bit of tutoring on how to do this thing, because I don't have a real big platform, but I at least know what the fuck I'm doing. Holla at me. I'm tired of seeing y'all motherfuckers out here looking fucked up, sounding fucked up, asking your guests fucked up questions, getting no answers. And your caption of your post, get all your spelling right in your post. Don't put the motherfucker up. I know I fuck up some words every now and then. Then Ray, she'll hit me up and be like, change this word, motherfucker. You got this all fucked up over here. Get this, get that. She helps me out with the proofreading. So it ain't like I'm out here without no help. But y'all out here without any help. I get it. We all out here mostly without any help. I got a little bit of help on that proofreading side. So before you put that shit out there, proofread it. And if you're not that good of a speller, have somebody else proofread it. Don't have no ego in this shit. This ain't about the ego. It's about the collective. And the collective don't need to see you out here fucked up. I correct people all the time about their misspellings, but I don't do it publicly on their posts. I go in their inbox. I don't need to try to upstage nobody. Don't need to try to embarrass nobody. That's not me. I'm on your side, dog. I want you to look good. And if you out here misspelling words, and I know you went to the same school system that I did, you looking bad for the collective. Even if you didn't go to the same school system, you black. You looking bad for the collective. Let's get them words right. This ain't Soul Train Scramble Board. Let's get this shit right. So yeah, man. Tamika took the bag. Lil Nas. Anything he gets, he's taking. Taking Kids' Choice Awards. Taking Grammys. He say he gonna take that man's manhood. That man had a daughter. And unless he switched over, which you don't know he switched over, you got to assume that he hasn't switched over. So why are you going to say you going to go fuck him? Abusive. Just abusive. And to everybody out here trying to do the right thing, we good. And if you're trying to do some scurvy shit, it's just a matter of time, dog. It's just a matter of time. I guess since Amazon gonna be a little bitch about shit today, I gotta switch gears. It's okay. I got gears to switch. Some of y'all got one gear. Go. No governing, no control, and you don't have any brakes. You just run into shit. It is what it is. I call it like I see it. I really try not to throw shade on an individual level, but when I see shit happening collectively, well, I'm gonna call it out. Stop fucking up. Y'all be good out here. Yeah, and I'm going right. One love.